Canelo. Jesus, Lord. Come on. You're getting paid all this money to fight against a runner who we all knew was gonna run, a Cuban style. You chose him, and now you say you hate fighting runners? Well then, don't fight runners.
I don't know what the he was doing, you know. I heard that that's never happened to him until he got with Reynoso's group, you know what I'm saying? So maybe they are doing shit that they're not supposed to be doing, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they didn't clean him out at the right time and he got caught up, you know? So, you know, I guess I'll just wait for him too. I just got to focus on July 12th. You know, after that, anything can go.
It was, it's not interesting to see the fight when one person doesn't want to win at all. But it was hard to fight for Canelo because he was always aiming, and even the skull didn't throw punches, and it's hard to catch him. You know, he's just moving, but his movement is good, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's over. The face of boxing, Canelo Alvarez, might finally be done. Not because of a brutal knockout, not because of age catching up, but because of the storm that has followed him for years. Steroids, PEDs, and doping accusations. The man once praised as the pound-for-pound king, the golden boy of Mexico, and the heir to Floyd Mayweather's throne, now finds himself drowning in controversy.
It's fucked up that they don't got Tank as one of the top guys, pound for pound. And you look, they can rate Canelo up there, and I just feel like Canelo is one of the guys. He's one of the top guys up there, but he's not the only guy. Even though Spence went through what he went through, and Crawford, these guys should be rated up there. Every time they went out there, they done what they had to do. There's so many young fighters that's up and coming that we don't talk about. That kid Ennis, don't sleep on him. Don't sleep on him. I tell these fighters, don't. Hell of a fighter. Benavidez should be ranked in the top pound for pound. But what we don't talk about is, you know, Canelo. Steroids. They don't talk about that. So we don't know. We really don't know all the fighters he beat. He could have been not clean in a lot of fights.
You think he was clean the night he fought?
I'm saying, I don't know. I don't know, that's y'all.
From his 2018 clenbuterol scandal to rivals like Terence Crawford, David Benavidez, and Jermall Charlo outright saying he's not clean, to fans questioning whether his entire career was built on more than just skill. It's over for Canelo Alvarez. Goodbye forever. Let's break it down. Canelo Alvarez wasn't just a boxer. He was a movement. Turning pro at just 15, the red-headed kid from Guadalajara carried the hopes of an entire nation. He fought anyone, anywhere, and built his reputation as the hardest worker in the game.
Everything you want, beautiful family. What motivates you to keep going? Why do you keep going?
I love boxing. I love what I do. I still enjoy my training camps. I enjoy boxing. I love this. I enjoy a lot this. So, and I want to continue to make history because I want to put my name in a big stage, in a big position for my history. So, and I still enjoy it. I love what
He became Mexico's biggest superstar, a unified champion, the face of boxing pay-per-view, and eventually the man who made history by becoming the first undisputed super middleweight champion.
Talk shit and say whatever they want to say, but look at Canelo. Canelo is still the man.
Yes,
you know,
he's been for a long time.
And he jumps in there and he does it and he goes to work, and it's hard to stay at that level for a very long time. And Canelo's another guy. I mean, what's this guy clipping 40 mil a fight?
He fought Gennady Golovkin, Miguel Cotto, Sergey Kovalev, Billy Joe Saunders, Caleb Plant. The list is endless. And with every win, the legend of Canelo grew. But legends aren't bulletproof. And in 2018, cracks began to show.
Fucking Canelo, man. I don't know if he's cheating.
What do you mean?
I feel like Canelo juices. But I'm a Triple G fan, so I'm a say that ahead of time. I just like
There's
Triple
a
G.
lot of money on the line, and if I could get away with it, I would do it as well.
Some tainted beefs.
I think, well, he definitely got busted once for something, but it could have been from tainted beef. We don't know. But it also could be that, we should probably leave them the fuck alone and let them do whatever they want to do. Do you want to see Manny Pacquiao fight or not? Right? I want to see him juiced up, fighting at 45 years of age, coming in with a full six-pack, lighting people on fire.
The world was waiting for the Canelo versus GGG rematch, one of the most hyped fights of the decade. But just weeks before the fight, boxing was rocked. Canelo tested positive, not once, but twice, for clenbuterol, a banned substance.
Canelo Alvarez failed a drug test before his big Triple G fight in May, and he's blaming Mexican cows. All right, here's the deal. 2 months until the rematch with Gennady Golovkin on May 5th is going to be the big fight, and he's been taking drug tests leading up to the fight, standard operating procedure. This time he popped for a substance called clenbuterol, which is a banned substance. As a matter of fact, it helps you cut weight. A lot of people use it illegally, cut weight while maintaining muscle mass. He is saying he did not cheat. He's not a cheater. I did not intentionally take clenbuterol. Problem is, I've been training in Mexico and eating contaminated cow beef. That's what he's saying. There's a problem apparently in Mexico where some of the cattle are being injected with clenbuterol, which helps cows. It's illegal in the United States, but some places outside the United States, even some places in the United States, will use clenbuterol to grow bigger cows, to up the protein content in the meat. And he's saying that what he had was contaminated meat because his training center is in Mexico and there's a problem with Mexican meat down there. He even issued
his excuse, contaminated beef in Mexico. And yes, it's true that Mexico has a history of clenbuterol showing up in cattle feed, but fans didn't buy it. They saw it as a convenient excuse for a fighter who always seemed bigger, stronger, and more powerful than the rest.
Mayweather Jr. just reignited controversy about Canelo Alvarez's legacy. Not only did he call their 2013 fight easy, Floyd went deeper. He brought up the failed steroid test from 2018, Mayweather said. Canelo's transformation raised red flags and questioned whether all those knockouts were clean. This dude talking about eating bad meat? Are you eating steroid cows? To Mayweather. This isn't trash talk, it's about protecting the sport. He believes Canelo's record is clouded by performance enhancers, especially against smaller fighters. With Crawford stepping up in weight, Floyd's warning hits hard. Be smart. Don't base everything on power.
Canelo was suspended 6 months by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The fight was postponed, and his reputation, once untouchable, was suddenly under attack. And here's the thing about PEDs in boxing. Once your name is linked to them, it never goes away. Fast forward to now, and the storm hasn't died down. It's gotten worse. David Benavidez straight up said, "If Canelo was 100% confident in himself, he'd fight me. But when 5 guys in your camp test dirty, including you, then we all know what's going on. All of y'all dirty." Jermall Charlo took it further, accusing Canelo of microdosing, taking clenbuterol at levels designed to avoid detection. Charlo even said, "Y'all think Canelo hasn't been taking clenbuterol for years? Come on."
If Canelo was 100% confident in himself, I don't know why he wouldn't fight me. Especially since, seeing that everybody in the team is on steroids, which means including him, so he never got
You think he's on steroids?
Of course. How does 5?
You saw De La Hoya
How do 5 people out of your camp get tested positive for steroids?
Right.
You know what I mean? All those fucking dudes in that camp are doing.
When your opponent is calling you out before fight night, when your rivals are openly mocking you, when fans are constantly questioning your wins, your career is in jeopardy, no matter how many belts you have.
And Jamal, I'm just asking, when you think about Canelo and the PED usage, right? This is probably the 4th or 5th fighter out of that camp that's come up hot for PEDs. Just what are your thoughts around that? And
I've been telling y'all about Snack for a long time. Victor Conte them. All right, so hear me out. No bullshit for real. They make the drug at the limit of non-responsible. All right, so this right here, this level is you're banned. That's a banned substance. They will make the drug all the way up to the line of the banned substance, but it doesn't show, so it's not responsible. So they've been doing that shit for years, but now that they, you know, tapped into it, it's getting caught. Y'all think Canelo hasn't been taking clenbuterol for a long ass time? Y'all think he ain't back on that shit? Or y'all think it was just in the state? Because I go to Mexico all the time, from Houston, from Texas. I'm in Mexico all the time eating steak. I ain't never got popped for no shit like that.
When you think about
they micro-dosing it. Look, no excuse. I'm not trying to put nobody out there. This not just boxing. This a lot of athletes all over the world. They make the drug right there to the line of like this qualification, but they don't surpass it. So they're not getting caught for it. A lot of these fighters are all kind of shit.
Let's keep it real. PDs change everything in boxing. They don't just make you stronger. They help you recover faster, cut weight easier, and fight with more stamina. They let you survive wars other fighters can't. That's why so many fans feel betrayed. Because PDs aren't just cheating, they're dangerous. When one fighter has that edge and the other doesn't, every punch is a loaded weapon. And the history of Canelo's camp doesn't help. His longtime ally also tested positive. That's why Benavidez says it's not just Canelo, it's his whole team. Here's the real tragedy. Canelo has done everything a fighter can do. He's unified divisions, fought pound-for-pound stars, and carried boxing on his back for almost a decade. But legacy isn't just about wins. It's about how fans remember you. And right now, Canelo is on the edge of being remembered not as a hero, but as a cheat. Think about names like Barry Bonds or Lance Armstrong. Incredible athletes, but forever tainted. That's the shadow Canelo is walking under.
Not much you can do either. The other thing about it is, like, once your body doesn't produce it anymore and you're in your late 30s like that and you've been juicing for a long time.
There's like Clomid and stuff that tries to or HCT or HTC. That's a cell phone. Either way,
HCG or something like that.
Whatever it is, but it's supposed to boost your testosterone naturally, but never to the levels when you're injecting that Jamba Juice.
No, not only that though, you can't take that stuff. It's
not
illegal.
in the UFC.
Right, it's illegal.
I'm just saying that's true. I guess when he retires, he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, when he retires or goes to Ryzen. Can you imagine if the UFC lets him out of the contract and then all of a sudden he disappears for like 8 months and just we hear just locked in the house with horse meat, just fillet of horse all day.
He's eating that Canelo meat
and goes back to deadlifting and hanging out with power.
Let's be real. Canelo Alvarez is not the same champion anymore. The aura of dominance, the fire, the explosiveness, it just doesn't hit the same these days. Look no further than his most recent fight against William Skull. Fans were hyped, hoping for a vintage Canelo performance. But what they got instead was 12 dull, lifeless rounds where Canelo looked more like a man coasting than the pound-for-pound king he once was. Skull, a relatively unknown Cuban fighter, had nothing on paper to trouble Canelo.
How would you have done if you didn't cheat? It'd be very difficult, right? Old school doping, cortisone, and other things here and there. 1, maybe 2%. EPO is a 10%. What do you think we all did?
But you didn't get 10% better. You got 100% fraudulent. This isn't about redemption. It's reputation, damage control, and disguise. You didn't make a tough choice. You made the easiest one. Lie, inject, win, repeat. And while you were stacking trophies and $1 million brand endorsements, you were burying every clean athlete who still believed in hard work. You were a role model to me as well until you became a warning label. You didn't cheat the system. You cheated the fans, you cheated the sports, and you cheated yourself. And now you're trying to justify setting a wrong example for anyone who's actually trying to get ahead in life. And this is exactly why I don't do business with anyone who buys followers and likes on social media. Because if you lie about that, what else are you lying about? What are your thoughts about it?
Yet Canelo didn't put on a statement performance. He didn't go for the finish. He didn't send a message to the boxing world. Instead, it was a slow, methodical, and frankly boring unanimous decision win. And that's the problem. Boxing fans aren't tuning in to watch Canelo go through the motions. They want to see him in the big dangerous fights. fights that define legacies. And speaking of big fights, there's one name that has haunted him for years now. David Benavidez, the Mexican monster. Fans have been screaming for this fight. The boxing world has been begging for it. But every time, Canelo has sidestepped, dismissed, or flat out avoided it. Instead, he takes safer options, guys like Skull, while Benavidez keeps knocking out contenders and building the case that he's the real king at 168. And it's not just fans calling this out. Pundits, ex-fighters, even promoters are starting to say it. Canelo is protecting his status, not proving it anymore. Because deep down, everybody knows Benavidez is a real threat. And Canelo doesn't want to risk losing the one thing that keeps his aura alive. His position as the face of boxing.
Absolutely crap, load of rubbish. The fight really was a waste of time. If you haven't watched it, don't watch it because there's better things you could be doing, like probably watching the grass grow or watching some paint dry maybe. But that fight was a total waste of time. Watching that as a former unified super middleweight world boxing champion and Hall of Famer, I was thinking to myself, what an opportunity you've got there. If I was fighting still 10 years ago, if that opportunity came up for me, I know Canelo Alvarez is going to be a tough fight for anybody. I know it's a long ask trying to beat a guy like that, but come on. If I'm in there with Canelo, for whatever amount of money, there's going to come a point where I'm saying, right, I'm going for it now. Probably around 3 or 4, I'm going to stick it on him and have a go. To be given an opportunity like that, Skull, defending his IBF title and potentially becoming undisputed, go in there and just perform like that. For me, it's not acceptable, and I think in my day and with my mindset and the way I used to fight, I'd have gone for it, just gone for it, and then give the fans, give the boxing fans, and do myself. I'm a trainer.
So yeah, he's still winning, but his wins aren't exciting. They aren't meaningful, and they're not the fights the people want. And that's why more and more fans are saying the same thing. This isn't the Canelo Alvarez we used to know. Which brings us to his upcoming fight with Terence Crawford. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The weight difference in this Canelo versus Terence Crawford fight. On paper, this is the fight of the year, maybe even the fight of the decade. 2 pound-for-pound greats. 2 all-time legends finally meeting in the ring. But when you break it down, the size difference is massive. And it's making a lot of fans question if this fight is even fair. Canelo Alvarez has been walking around comfortably at 168 pounds, carrying natural power and muscle at super middleweight.
Canelo running from Benavidez. What is that? I mean, imagine if I ever ran from anybody. Like, did I run from somebody in my career? No. Did Chavez run from somebody in his career? No. Chavez was 87-0. Imagine that. So to me, that's the all-time greatest.